Don't you be afraid.
Hey guys, welcome to the ANX Weekly Update, where we bring you the latest video game, anime, and movie news. I'm Unbiased Ann. I'm here with Genesis and Mike B. What's up, guys?
What up?
Feeling pretty good. It's not hot outside. It's feeling great.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it's not hot, man.
You haven't been out there in about an hour or so.
It's really humid,
oh
but
gosh,
it's super humid, but that's okay.
But it's rainy.
I'll take the rain.
Yeah, you know, rain.
Anyway, what? You about to say something else? You about to sing a song?
You bet,
I
yeah.
was, but you know what? I can't sing, so let me stop.
All right. So since you can't sing, I'm gonna go ahead and do the social media thing real quick. Follow us at ANX Gamecast on all social media outlets and wherever you get your favorite podcast. Speaking of your favorite podcast, ANX Gamecast is on YouTube under
AVersion TV.
AVersion TV. Go there. Watch all the videos. Like all the videos. Subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can get all of the updates. Y'all ready for round one?
Yes.
I got it done.
Round one.
All right, new this week. I don't think we did this one.
I don't think so.
How do we not?
For real.
Whoa.
This camera is not picking up all of the greatness of this pop.
Which one is it?
Ava Unit 1.
From what?
Neon
Genesis?
Oh my gosh.
Neon Genesis, Evangelion. So there were two different versions of that pop that I know of. I got the one with all the blood on it.
Yeah, I'm looking at that. I'm like, what?
And we know where the blood comes from. But I'm not going to spoil it, you know.
Yeah, because by we, you mean you and Mike?
Yeah. So that is a AE exclusive variant. I think it might be metallic too. Does it look metallic? Does it look shiny to you? I think it is. So anyway, it's just dope.
Yes.
Like, there's only 5 Neon Genesis pops out, and we have 4 of them.
That's
so
nice.
I might just go ahead and get that other one.
Officially licensed too.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't think it's shiny. It's like that dull color.
Dull.
Matte. Like a matte.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I might just go ahead and pick up that last one.
You might as well.
It's Neon Genesis.
You want me to tell you what I like about this right here? I like it because it's actually like, of course, it's bigger than the regular, your average pop, and it's very detailed for what it is. You know, just how it's just shaped and everything.
Yeah.
You know, for the regular ones, it's more of a bobblehead type feel.
Yeah, I mean, in the beginning, when we first started looking at pops, it was like I really only wanted the ones that didn't look like stupid bobbleheads.
Yeah,
because most of all the pops looked the same, and there were very few that looked like the actual character. So that one's pretty close. It's not tall and lanky like the show, but it still looks pretty cool.
And in all honesty, if I were to see that, I would probably pick it up, put it in my collection. Like me personally, I'm not too hot on the pop figures, but if I were to see that in the store, I would pick it up. Absolutely.
All right. Well, if y'all want to pick it up, link down in the description below. What is this? We did a review with a Mike B.
Mike B.
ANX Gamecast level 124 Perfect Blue review. Talking about anime all month long. We should make it a thing.
Yeah, we should actually.
Yeah, where's the energy? Where y'all at? Y'all just looking at me like...
I know.
I'm just taking it in, drinking my Perrier.
Okay, so we did the Perfect Blue review. So I'm thinking about doing something different this week.
What you want to do?
Okay.
So instead of releasing this on Monday, I think I'm gonna release this on Thursday. So whenever you get this ANX Weekly Update, this Perfect Blue won't be out yet, but it's coming soon. So check back. How about that? Like a teaser.
You never know when we're gonna release it.
Yeah, it might be an hour after you watch this. You never know. So that's why you got to subscribe and hit the notification bell. But anyway,
nice.
If you like anime, this particular review, all anime, all day long.
Nice. That's what I'm talking about.
Y'all ready for round 2?
Let's do it.
Round 2.
We got games. Time to go over all the new games that came out this week. Hello Neighbor. This doesn't sound familiar. Did we didn't watch the trailer for this one.
No, but I would want to.
I haven't watched the trailer, but I do know the game though.
Oh, what's up with it then?
Apparently, it's kind of like one of those Five Nights at Freddy's type games where it's like a horror, like scary horror type game. I guess the neighbor guy, he does stuff in his home and you're supposed to like go in there and find out what's happening. It's pretty creepy.
And he's gonna pop up on you.
I guess so.
He's gonna dig a grave with that shovel.
It may beat you with the shovel. That's the thing I'm scared about.
I think he's using the shovel to dig a grave for you.
That's what I'm saying.
Especially with the crow there.
He's gonna hit you over the head.
I'm scared of him hitting me with the shovel.
No, he got gloves on. He gonna choke you to death and then dig you the grave with the shovel.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting from it.
You know what? That could work. But I honestly think he would hit you with the shovel I'm telling you, man, he has reach. He has to hit you first. Then he would do the choking, just to finish you off,
Or he's going to make you dig the grave.
Oh.
Then he'll choke you, and then he'll throw you in your own grave that you just dug.
Yeah, no, that's definitely not happening.
I'm sorry. It's like, did you see that on like some, what did you say? Like 24, what do you call it? Like the first 48 hours? Or?
Oh, no, I don't know where. I feel like I've seen that somewhere though.
You probably did it before. But it's going to be a no for me.
No, not for me.
No.
All right, let's get to the next. Hades. Mike.
I'm getting it.
Did that just like echo in my ear?
I think so.
Yes.
Why are you okay?
He's excited.
So we're gonna have to do a whole podcast on this, not this game, but this topic, because I don't understand. This third week in a row, you come on talking about these old 2D 8-bit looking games. This one has a little bit better graphics. It's a little bit better than some of the stuff we've been seeing. But why do you play these?
They are fun.
So my thing is, and this is gonna be quick because I don't want to get all the way into it. But my thing is, maybe it's because I'm a little bit older than you, so I had to suffer more years through games that look like this when I was ready for more. So maybe that's why I'm not trying to go back. I'm good. I'm good.
It's just these games, they just focus like merely on just the reason why we like games back in the day. They were really simple, had a simple premise, had something where you can play it. I mean, some can be repetitive, but it's like it's the same thing where it's the core fun, but it's added in with like more modern day details of like leveling up and stuff like that.
See, maybe that's the conversation we need to have, because I didn't like games back in the day because they were simple. I just liked games because they were games and they were cool. And then they progressively got more complex.
Yeah, but there is something to like going back to your youth, kind of like, oh.
Nah, not for me.
Well.
Not for me. But anyway, this particular game, like I said, graphics look decent for the type of game that it is. They upgraded the graphics. Looks like you can upgrade a lot of armor and then weapons and things of that nature. But my thing, especially with this one, I keep saying this is a dungeon crawler looking game.
Yeah.
There's DLC for Diablo 3 that I still haven't played. So if it's time for me to get a cool dungeon crawler going for Diablo, I'm not playing this, so that's a no for me.
Oh, it's an absolute yes for me.
Okay, that's a lot better than you screaming and that going. What about you? You playing this?
No, it's a no for me, and I just have to say I'm not a fan of what I call aerial view games.
What you call area view or what everyone calls it?
I don't know. I don't know what. I've never heard anybody call it that, so like I didn't know.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I don't like games like that. I don't know why. I just don't like that view.
I like it with my dungeon crawlers because that's what I'm used to. But generally speaking, for more action type, I can't say that because dungeon or action, but like shooting games that have that like over the shoulder kind of aerial view. I don't like that. I don't like that
either.
Yeah, I'm not down with that. Yet this, and I think we had another game coming up. Soundtrack was dope.
Yes,
I'm so sick of this. I'm really sick of these like low budget games with cool soundtracks, and you trying to sell me on a soundtrack. I might, if one is really good, and I'm gonna take your word for it, and if it's not good, I can't throw it at you because I'm sure it's digital only. But I really want to try out one of these games to see how much of this cool music is actually incorporated into the game. Because the trailer and the fact that I don't want to say they sell the music more, but they do have a selling point for the music somewhere in there for a lot of these low budget games and with their trailers. So it's like I want to actually hear how much of it is actually incorporated into the game. The Long Dark. Was this is the one that this had good music too?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, same. It's the same difference. So this is the one where
It was like a survival thing at the end, but
Yeah.
it was just music, and that was it. Like it was.
Yeah, they didn't really show you do anything. They show interactions. You getting attacked by animals.
Yeah.
But they try to make it seem like it was like a scary game with that axe at the end and a hatchet, I believe it was. But they spent the first few 15 seconds showing you actual live action footage.
Yeah.
And then it slowly drifted into like this game. And then when it actually, but by that time the music had you or had me. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden it was like these crappy looking, childish looking graphics, like something that might be in a child's game. And I was just like, what is this?
Yeah, I liked the music at first. When it first started, I was like, oh, this is really pretty. But then after it went on, it was just like, this feels like a cheap trailer because it doesn't fit. After a while, in the beginning it was fine, but then after a while it was like, it doesn't fit. This isn't fitting anymore, and it's not doing anything. It just feels like you laid a song over footage.
A dope song.
You know what? I agree too, because I was sitting here like, you know what? This music is way too cool for this trailer.
Yep. But I feel like that about at least 90% of the games we come on here and look at as far as these indie games. I feel like that about 90% of the games. The music is way, 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 way better than the game.
It gets you hype.
Yeah.
You know.
What did they say? You outkicked your coverage? Yeah, sports reference.
Oh, so I never heard that.
I'm not a sports guy like that. I'm so sorry. I'm whack.
What? So, I mean, what did they say about out of your league?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so that's what happened here.
Yeah, no, you know what? I mean, because that's a good example of like for the other game, great, amazing music. And I'm like, man, I'm feeling this, And trailer was pretty cool. On this one right here, more cinematic type view, and like you said, I wonder how many people have gotten tricked or fooled into like buying something. I'm not saying this is bad, but
not me.
How many people have
gotten
gotten
fooled?
It
looked bad.
Yeah, it does look pretty bad.
No for me.
No for me.
Oh
man, it's putting her to sleep.
It did.
She couldn't even get the no out.
It put me to sleep.
Hey, I got a drink on that.
I was trying to just shake my head, but
I got a drink on that one.
So this is one that we did before. So either one or two things happened here. I think we reviewed it when it came out on Xbox.
With
Terrence. And what I want to do is take this time to apologize to everyone out here because of COVID. Sometimes there are games that we talk about on here that haven't actually come out yet.
Yeah.
They're supposed to come out, and then they kind of get delayed at the last minute. So I thought that's what happened with this until we looked at the trailer. And at the end of the trailer,
what'd it say?
Collector's edition for the Switch.
Yeah.
It comes in this little cool looking box with two Switch games in it and blah 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 and these booklets, and I was like, yo, that's dope. Like I want that on the shelf.
Just to have, if anything, just that,
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure that's probably sold out by now.
Probably
so.
But what you think about the game? Like I said, we already talked about the game before with Terrence. What you think about it?
You know what? This series, I've always seen it on the Xbox. I've heard great things. It looks beautiful.
Yeah, it got good graphics.
Every time I look at it, it looks great. Music is good to it, and I keep procrastinating. This is a game that I would play,
but it's on your. Last time I checked, anyway, it was on your Xbox Ultimate Game Pass.
Oh shoot! I'll just get Xbox Ultimate Game Pass, and it's for $1 right now, right?
What, the Game Pass
for your first month? Oh, you can get Xbox Game Pass for $1.
I got a bunch of cheap cards during Black Friday or something last year.
I see.
Christmas or something.
Microsoft, give me that new Surface phone. Anyway,
Duo.
Yes, but they made multiple different versions of this game too. Like, yeah. So,
like this is this the third one?
That's what I'm wondering.
I think it's the third one from what I remember Terrence telling us. So this to me seems like a high-end, low-budget game.
That's what it seems to me.
Like it's not your $10 download only game, but when you see the graphics on this, you would not expect it to be a $10 game. But it's also, when you kind of look at it, you don't expect to pay $60 for it either because it looks too simple and too basic.
Yeah.
So anyway, the collector's edition that came out on Switch is a yes for me.
Might be tripping.
What about you? You gonna start yawning?
He's gonna slurp his drink over there while I'm over
What you got?
yawning.
I'm sorry, man.
I would say no for me. The only thing I took from it that it was really pretty.
Okay.
I'm sorry. This is good, man. I'm enjoying this.
Okay. All right. Well, y'all ready for the next game?
Did I tell you I was gonna get it?
No, you didn't say anything.
I'm getting it.
You know we're on a podcast right now, right?
Yeah,
You're
man.
supposed to talk, right?
Yeah, it was, and you know, I want them to hear my slurps. That's how good. That's how good this trailer tasted.
Pause.
Tasted real good.
Let's just move on. 13 Sentinels.
Yes.
I think this is another one where I think we might have done it before, but apparently it's finally being released. This looks like something right up Mike's alley.
Yeah.
Japanese style stuff, fancy
Subtitles or
art stuff, and mechs and big robots in the back. Made by Atlas, so I'm like it didn't show us gameplay.
Nope.
So what is the battle system? Is it a fighting game?
We don't even know.
Is it like
Is this-
RPG? Is it turn based? Is it action RPG? Like what is this?
Is this based off an anime or it just happens to be like an anime?
It just happens to be like anime.
Okay.
I mean, we had to look at the actual gameplay
Yeah.
on the side. So
Yeah.
Well, I'm
'Cause-
glad you clarified because I was wondering. I'm like, it looks like comic book drawing figures moving around, like the way
Yeah.
that they.
Yeah, what they showed me, I was not impressed with. I'm okay with the art style. What you can see right here on the screen is pretty much what the characters look like in game, and they don't really have full animation when they move. But they have limited animation. Like you might just see somebody breathing like this, kind of like a sprite from old Marvel Superheroes vs Street Fighter, where they're just standing there.
oh yeah,
You know, that kind of stuff. But they're not even moving that fast. They're moving actually slower than that. So it's gonna be a no for me. Especially with the fact that they didn't even show us the battle system or what you're supposed to be doing. They kind of just focus more on the story and the individual characters. I guess it's 13 characters, and they were introducing all 13 while trying to give you a little bit of story and forgot to tell you about the actual gameplay. Another one, great music
Yeah.
and cool sound effects.
oh yeah.
So they had that going. So what about you? No,
So,
for me.
Straight out of the gate, 10 out of 10. It was so good. I loved it. No, I'm just.
I'm like, what?
It was glorious. No, but no, I mean, you hit on all the points that I would make too. I was sitting here watching like, it'd be nice if you show gameplay because all your other stuff, I haven't seen anything. I had to go out of my way to find gameplay. So nobody knows what this is.
Yeah.
You know, me, going off of buying like Odin Sphere, the Muramasa the Demon Blade, I would at least give them a chance because I love those games. But I'm still kind of like, show me what the gameplay is. Show me what I'm getting myself into.
Show me what you're working with.
I'm telling you, games are too expensive. Just take chances on now, man.
Show me the money.
What you got?
No, I'm good.
No?
Yeah.
No?
I'm
You sure?
I mean, there wasn't anything in there. I don't even know what's going on.
Wasn't compelling.
I saw the one chick was about to shoot the one dude.
Yeah, I know,
I mean,
right?
it seemed kind of dramatic. It seemed like they're,
Yeah.
Shoot me.
And
Like, no.
right. It's like you got the gun pointed at me. I'm gonna walk up to you, tell you to shoot me, and I'm gonna back up and be like, no, I don't want to shoot you. Well, what you got the gun for?
That's what I'm saying. I would
For
put
real.
it to his head. What you want? You ready for this? I'm sorry.
No, he wouldn't. Next game. Crisis
Ooh.
Remastered. So let me take that back. I started maybe the first Crisis, and it was like in the hype of me playing a bunch of like Call of Duty stuff, and I played it for like a minute. And I was like, it's cool, but I was like, nah. It was too much. It was more action than FPS with grappling hooks and you jumping over here and jump over here and jump down here. And I was like, this trailer here, it looked good. Graphics look good, remastered and all that kind of good stuff. But it was also a situation where I noticed that this looked like a PC to console port. And
Yeah, I noticed that too.
I know I don't like that. So it had that Fallout feel to it. That's a teaser for later. So had that Fallout feel to it. And I guess for me, I think I already knew this about myself, but I guess I never said it on the podcast. I'm not really the action, big rail gun and submachine guns and light machine gun and tanks and we're gonna use the tank to blow up the helicopter. Like I'm not really that person.
Oh, I see.
Like it's like
You didn't like Michael Bay movies, did you?
I don't know.
Transformers.
Like not necessarily.
Explosions.
I mean, they weren't like bad movies. Well, I think one of them I watched was kind of bad. They just weren't, you know, they just weren't that great either.
This was a Michael Bay movie right here.
Yeah,
I see. I understand your pain.
yeah, and it's not even pain because we're not in the 90s no more. So I'm not being bombarded with this left and right. Right?
Yeah.
It only comes once, you know, on the dark side of the moon.
I mean, it was pretty cool how he, you know, went Predator mode. He turned invisible. I didn't even know he could do that.
Yeah, I think that's the main thing that I remember about, you know, when I played it. So it is going to be a no for me.
No for me.
What you got?
It's a no for me. I mean, it didn't look bad.
Yeah.
But there was some of it that kind of reminded me of Call of Duty, like just running around.
Yeah, I would think you would like this. I doubt the story is real deep, but I would think you would like this a little bit because it seems to have more action.
Yeah.
Than I don't want to say a Call of Duty storyline because you really haven't seen a lot of Call of Duty storylines, but it has a lot more action than what you will see on Call of Duty multiplayer.
Yeah, I was watching it, and there was a part in there where I was looking at it and I was like, I kind of like this.
See?
And then I thought to myself, wait, why do I like this? Because this is also like Call of Duty, and I don't like Call of Duty, so I don't know.
Just
I guess there was
it.
more to it.
Just go get it.
I mean, I'm gonna say no, but it doesn't.
I tried.
It looks okay though.
Okay. Yeah. It looks okay.
Yeah,
it does.
Yeah, I just don't necessarily want to play it.
Yeah.
How about that?
Same here.
WWE 2K Battlegrounds. Okay. So what you see on your screen right now is exactly what the characters look like in the game.
Kind of goofy.
Kind of goofy looking. And so when I first saw this wallpaper, and I was just like, like, no. But then when I saw the trailer, I was like, oh, it's this sounds crazy for me to say, but this is an arcade style wrestling game. As if there was some kind of, you know, real deal serious simulation, you know, wrestling game.
Yeah.
But, you know, this one was like arcade style. You see Stone Cold right here with his fist turning into lightning and people jumping off ropes and jumping up real high and doing like Street Fighter moves. I was like, okay, because the last time I played like the normal 2K, whatever, I don't remember what year it was trash. Ooh. And I used to play wrestling games all the time, the SmackDown games, create your character, go try to win the belt, and all that kind of backstage attacks and all that kind of good stuff. WWF Attitude was my favorite wrestling game of all time. You had stuff like WCW, NWO Revenge, all that kind of stuff. Those games were dope. All this new stuff to me is not dope, but I'm pretty sure they're selling more copies because kids want them.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But this one seems to be aimed right at kids. It looks like it's probably something easy to play.
Did anybody catch the rating?
Oh,
I didn't.
Nope. But it definitely looks like it's for kids.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah, it's very childlike, but it looks fun.
It does look fun.
Yeah.
I did write that down. I said basically it looks goofy, but it looks fun.
Now, what they missed for me, they had Stone Cold on his knees at the end crying.
Oh no.
While John Cena was the winner of this battle royale. Yeah, we good. That's a no for me. What you got?
It's a no for me.
No.
Who your favorite wrestler?
Stone Cold.
Yours ain't Stone Cold.
Gosh, I have different ones, man.
No. Who was your favorite wrestler
of all time?
Yes.
Oh gosh. Oh man. Rey Mysterio.
Rey Mysterio or Rey Mysterio Jr.?
Rey Mysterio.
Like
first one.
So Mysterio, so his uncle.
Wait, there was one before that guy?
The one that's out now? That's Junior?
The old man now? Yeah, that's Junior.
Okay, I like Junior then.
So he your favorite wrestler, but you don't even know his name.
I mean, I just like how he does the moves, man.
All right, Dominic. Anyway. All right, last game, I believe. Super Mario 3D All-Stars.
Yay!
Cool.
I'm going to say it's a yes because we already have it.
Whoa! How'd you do that?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, what?
I didn't know that.
Oh, she's excited.
I am.
Yeah, so it's not the future. We got to remember that we're looking at games that came out in the past week. and everything don't come out on Tuesdays like they used to. So I think this came out like Friday.
Oh, okay.
Or I don't remember when this game came out. A weird day. But anyway, now I guess since we already have it, so let's go ahead and just throw this out there. Is it a yes or a no for you?
That's a no for me, but I like it.
Okay. So it's a yes for me, but am I going to play this? No.
It's a yes for me, and I am going to play it.
You're going to play this?
It was going to be yes anyway. I didn't know that we even had it.
You ain't played no 3D Mario games.
Ooh, play Super Mario Sunshine.
I know, but
good.
I love Mario.
Okay, so I'm not going to play it because Mario is whack to me.
Well, why do we have it?
Because traditionally in the past, all of these, I believe it's the 35th anniversary. Of Mario. So this is why this is coming out. Traditionally in the past, these games have been worth a lot of money. I do not believe this one will be worth a lot of money because just like comic books in the 90s, I think they mass produced this mug.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
So if you try to go buy like the 25th anniversary All-Stars for like Wii, it's still expensive. This one, I don't think it will be. Scalpers are already out trying to sell this because, again, traditionally speaking, these games are worth a lot of money.
Oh boy,
this game is still available. Bruh. Scalpers. Anybody who's thinking about buying it from a scalper, don't. I just got on Target.com. They'll deliver it to me tomorrow. Stop. I got on Amazon. They are out of stock. They sold out. But guess what? More will be in stock in 3 days. Stop it. Stop it. Like,
you stop it.
Freaking scalpers.
I'm not scalping. Not yet anyway. It depends. Well, it depends. Woo, you know?
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? For a little piece of change, you know? But anyway, so like I said, no for me as far as playing it. You what you say, Super Mario Sunshine? What do we know about this game? Because that's the other thing. I guess the graphics were a little bit better. Now, a story we did a few months back makes a little bit more sense now. Remember we were talking about somebody emulated Mario 64 in 4K on the RetroPie, and Nintendo sent them out stuff like, "Nah, y'all got to stop." And I was like, "Why? Like, who cares?"
Oh yes,
Right.
yes. I remember
now
that.
It makes sense because y'all were about to put this out, and why would anybody want this if you can go get a 4K version for free off the internet?
Yeah, that would make sense. It's like, hey, you're gonna hurt our sales.
Yeah, and not only get a 4K version for free, but play it on your PC, RetroPie. You can pretty much play it anywhere.
My gosh, man. Oh, you shouldn't have told people now. Now they're going to be like, wait, where's that 4K version at?
I don't think you can get it no more. They were even taking down videos of it off YouTube. I think that's why I picked up the story. I didn't necessarily care that Nintendo was like, y'all need to stop. But it was like, they were actually like it was hard to even find a video of gameplay from this 4K RetroPie.
Wow.
Anyway, Mike don't be watching the show.
Oh my gosh,
like,
that's
wow.
amazing.
So I didn't really see amazing graphics with this.
No, it's just super cute.
Okay. Super cute.
When I saw Yoshi, I was like, oh my gosh. Aw. It took me back.
All right. So I'm not playing this, but I already bought it.
Mike's not playing it.
You're not going to buy it, but you would play it.
Yeah, I would play it.
And you bought it and are going to play it.
Yeah.
Even though you haven't played the last 3 games you got.
Hey, I tried the other day to pull that one game when you were like, no, we got to do other stuff.
Yeah. We had to play Ghosts of Tsushima.
Yes.
I believe that's the next one. You want me to peek, or is that the last one?
I think that should be the last one.
All right, y'all ready for round 3?
Yes.
Let's do it.
Round 3.
I feel like these shows are getting longer and longer.
For real.
Yeah, they are.
This was supposed to be 30 minutes.
30-minute show. Anyway, look at this fanciness on the screen. What's happening here? So PS5, this is not that show. I keep promising that show since they've announced all of everything, PS5 and Xbox, and when you can pre-order and all that kind of good stuff, prices and all that. So we need to sit down and do that show. However, PS5 pre-orders went up. I got mine. I tried to get Mike to get his. He wasn't having it. Okay.
At least he tried.
No, you know what? I was actually in the movie theater watching Tenet. And I seen when you sent it up, and I was saying to myself, I said, should I go ahead and get it right now or not?
You wouldn't have made it because our local GameStop shout out only had 22.
Wow.
So you wouldn't have made it.
My gosh.
Like if you were at home, you would have made it. But because I called Ruben or Ray from Vagabond Nerd, shout out, he came up there, so he was able to get him one.
Nice.
And also I called Jason. I know you watching right now. Shout out.
Shout out.
He didn't want one.
Nope.
But whatever. You'll get one day. And because I think I'm pretty sure they announced that GTA is going to be on this and not a new one.
Great.
The 5, right? The same one that's been out, for like.
Why is that so funny?
No special edition?
Because they just keep putting out, it's the same game.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think did it come out on 360 and PS3 first?
That's what I'm
Shut
thinking.
up.
That's what I'm trying to find out too.
And then I think they put it on PS4, and now they're putting it on. Yeah. So, Jason, yeah, get that. I know you will. But anyway, Sony came out and wanted to apologize. So I'm gonna read some of the quotes here. Sony says via Twitter, "Let's be honest, PS5 pre-orders could have been a lot smoother. We truly apologize for that." They also said over the next few days, we will release more PS5 consoles for pre-order. Retailers will share more details. So I'm going to stop there. So apparently Walmart, from what I heard, jumped the gun and put their pre-orders up. I happened to be standing in GameStop when it happened.
Wow.
That's how I was able to get my pre-order and be the first one, probably, I don't know, at least in our area, to get one pre-ordered. Now you're telling us that retailers will share more details. So you're putting it right back in the hands of the retailers who screwed up the pre-order for the PS5 in the first place. I'm going to read this last quote and then I'm going to get into something else real quick. And more PS5s will be available through the end of the year, of course. So that's not really a good sign there for people who haven't gotten one. Okay. But this is what I will say. They're apologizing for this. Do they have to know, regardless if they did it on purpose or not. Sony is too big of a company for them to do stuff and it not be on purpose.
Yeah.
Right. I don't know when they were talking about setting up pre-orders for this because they didn't announce that during their event.
No, I don't think
it wasn't announced. Right.
No.
So my thing is, all of a sudden Walmart jumped the gun and then it was just mass chaos about everybody going out and pre-ordering the PS5. So everybody was wondering, what's Sony going to do? What's Sony going to do? Because Xbox has not only announced a release date, but they released price points. One is really, really cheap, and they released a date which you can go start the pre-orders, which is tomorrow. And if you're watching this today, it's today that you can pre-order the Xbox Series X or the S, whichever one you want. Don't buy the S. Anyway, this is what they did. I mean, this just created so much of a buzz on the internet by itself. Because everybody, they put out a date. Then it was people like me who was posting, no, I got mine pre-ordered. Forget your date.
Yeah.
I got receipts. Literally receipts that I'm posting like, yo, I got mine. People hitting me up on Instagram, shout out. Yo, how'd you do it? Where's it at? Blah, 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 blah. GameStop site crashed. So it sounds like they're really apologizing more for the retailer's lack of preparedness to handle all of the pre-orders, which I think every gen we come across is the biggest gen ever. Why weren't you prepared? So I don't think that's anything Sony should apologize for, but I think it's so closely attached to their name that they felt like they had to. But I felt like this could not have been more perfect for Sony, honestly.
You know what? I think one of the reasons why they're apologizing is because I think they did. One of the heads of Sony actually said that they would give people ample time or enough time to pre-order the game. Like they were supposed to actually have a set time they were supposed to specify. Which I believe it was. I forgot which day it was. I don't know if it was September 17th or so, but
that's still not a whole lot of time.
No, it's not.
It's still just a few days after they did their event.
Yeah, so
because they did their event on what, the 16th?
Possibly, I think so.
So that was like that would been just the next day. But that's still not a lot of time. So
I don't know. This whole thing with Xbox and Sony just feels like, or
exhausting.
Xbox and PlayStation, it just feels disastrous almost. The way that it just keeps laying, everything leading up to this even.
Well, I just feel like for me personally, I feel like I saw a lot of people talking about Xbox, Microsoft Xbox, because they had came out with all the news. They, they had this event and they told you all information and blah, blah, blah. You got 2 different boxes. And then Sony just came in and was like, yo, we're taking over right now. Not only are we dropping all the information today, pre-orders are going up the same day. Go get it.
And that's not cool because people have been waiting and waiting and waiting, and y'all, all year.
But this is what I would say about those people waiting. Y'all should have been ready. It's supposed to come out in 2 months. Y'all know it's coming out this fall. So y'all should have been ready. So here's the deal.
Yeah, but you can't be ready at all times, like waiting for something to happen. Like
No. I've just been yeah. You can't be ready for that. I think the true gamers like myself are ready, but a lot of people are not ready from that standpoint. But what I will say from a Microsoft standpoint, this ain't good for you. I feel like Sony has all the momentum after dropping all those trailers. Again, I don't want to get into it, but the Harry Potter, Hogwarts, the Miles Morales, the Final Fantasy 16, like they dropped all that, and then like 2 hours later, you can go pre-order the system. Like anybody who was on the fence and was able to get there and get their PlayStation, they're not getting the Xbox now.
You want me to tell you the thing I think about? I was talking to my friend again on the subject. When it comes to that, I think Microsoft has an idea of what they're trying to do right now. I don't honestly think, I really don't think they,
what do you think, Mike?
I'm so sorry. I do think that they want to actually sell Xbox consoles, but I don't think that selling the console itself is actually going to be the main goal. From what I honestly think they're trying to do is, they capitalized by saying it's like, once this fiasco with the whole, Sony release came out, they're like, hey, we have ours coming out at this time and we're not going to release until this time. They capitalized on that portion. But at the same time, too, Microsoft, I think, is trying to go the route of, doing this service deal kind of like Netflix. I think we talked about it before where, they're kind of like, okay, one thing that they didn't discuss on the PlayStation event was the fact that games are going to go up to $70, where in other countries, I was looking at some forums and a lot of people from different areas were like, hey, we can't do that. So I think Microsoft's trying to push their Game Pass even more now, saying it's like, okay, hey, it's like, even though you,
but to counter that, one, the Xbox games are just as expensive. It's not just Sony games that are going up in price.
They haven't said it's going to go up to. From what we know, they're still going to be $60. They're not going up to $70.
Well, I just pre-ordered something. I'm pretty sure it was $69.99.
But you're saying they didn't say that, though.
Yeah, they didn't say that.
That's a strike towards Microsoft then, because you're not being transparent.
No, they're being transparent because, in all honesty, you just buy the Xbox Game Pass, you're getting all of the games, even new games coming out. So but you're not getting new games. Like no, you can get new games.
What I'm saying is you're not gonna get Madden.
No, I mean, you're
not gonna get Call of Duty.
What are you talking about? It's on EA. You're gonna get that with the Game Pass. That's all. Like what they're doing is it's like a Netflix subscription, and they're taking advantage of the fact that.
But how you gonna play it if you don't got the system?
No, you can actually play it on the Xbox One, or you can play it on PC if you want to. That's why they're putting it on different consoles, because now it's like, hey, wherever you are, you can play it wherever you want to. Even some Xbox games are going on there. So
I think Microsoft. That could be one part of it. I don't think that's their main goal. I think their main goal is to sell more consoles, and I'll tell you why. They put out one particular console that's supposedly more powerful than the PS5. Then you're putting out one that's not as powerful as a Dreamcast. But I think that's really more to combat Nintendo, Switch. You can go buy your Switch, or you can go buy your Xbox Series X. You can go buy your PS5, or you can buy the Xbox Series X. So I really think they're competing hard on both fronts to sell consoles. Me personally, my personal opinion. But
I wonder if Nintendo said anything about this whole thing that was going on too.
No, they're gonna sit this one out just like they did last time. They came out with the Switch, later on. So the Switch Pro will probably come out 6 months after this release, maybe longer. Depends on how long these stay sold out. As long as these are sold out, Switch should not release because people will not pick up the Switch. They will still be waiting to get their PS5 and Xbox Series X. But anyway, PlayStation should not apologize. Again, I think this is a big win for PlayStation just because everybody has just been talking about PlayStation.
Yes, they have.
PS5. So nothing to apologize about. You did what you needed to do to win the wars. It's like almost like a political campaign. It's like they just got to do whatever they can do to get the upper hand, and they did that. Like, okay,
So you think they actually did just release the Kraken
Like, hey,
when it came to
September 22nd. Oh, you got a little cheap version too. Okay, all right. Miles Morales, Final Fantasy 16.
Oh gosh,
You can go pre-order now.
go get it.
Y'all ready for the next story?
Yes.
Do it.
Uh-oh. What is this?
Okay, all right.
Was this
is
a car part?
Okay.
Yeah. It looks like a car part.
It looks cool.
I don't know. You got a long piece of paper, Mike.
Yeah, I have a list I had to go off of
I
right
don't know if we can have time to go through all of that.
No, it's not going to take too long, man. What I wanted to go over is right now, this right here is the NVIDIA GeForce RXT 3080. It's a brand new top of the line GPU with the capability of ray tracing. So what it is,
there's something. Is that plagiarism? There's something. There's something called plagiarism. If you just
that's the real name.
That's actually what it is, and that's just what I wrote down. Now I do have sources from Wikipedia, which is stating what ray tracing is, but no, the stuff that I wrote down is just news stuff that they just put down information for everybody.
Don't pay attention to him, Mike. He's not.
I'm just trying to. I'll make sure you're not getting sued, man.
No, he's not going to get sued.
Nah, but of course,
like a Melania Trump and stealing people's speeches.
Let Mike tell his.
All right. What you got?
But this right here, this is a new GPU that they're actually releasing right now. When it comes to like Xbox and it comes to PlayStation, they're talking about their ray tracing ability and about like what they have. This is like their strongest consoles or whatever. Well, with this coming out right here, with this GPU, this has just outclassed anything that Xbox, anything that like PlayStation, even current computers are doing right now. Like the graphics capability that people can get with this right here is apparently top of the line right now. So this is the new hotness. This is what a lot of people have been talking about. Another thing about it too.
Not a lot of people. I disagree, but okay.
No, people are talking about it right now.
People are talking about it.
What happened was the RTX was actually released the same day that the Sony pre-orders were supposed to go up. So apparently their websites were getting overwhelmed and demand was just shooting straight through the roof, and they were having crashes. So while everybody was going for PlayStations, they were also going for these NVIDIA graphics cards, and so basically you have one side of the internet, we're trying to get PlayStations. You have another side of the internet, like the PC world, saying no, we're trying to get these RTX 380s because they're going to beat out these consoles. So apparently NVIDIA has they claimed that they actually canceled a bunch of bots because as you heard, you have a bunch of people using bots, and scalpers, kind of like with the PlayStation. That's one of the reasons why
snipers, right? Is that what they're called?
But they were sniping. They were basically buying up a ton of PlayStation 5s right when they came out. Plus, they're buying these RTXs. So that's a big problem, right? Right there in itself, where you have a bunch of scalpers going out and buying this stuff and then selling it for higher. If you go on eBay right now, you'll see they're trying to sell it for like thousands, where initially it's starting off at like $699, but yet they're trying to sell this
Is there different versions of it?
Yeah, there are different versions. Of
okay,
this.
because I'm about to say the version I saw was $1,500.
Yeah, no, they have different versions of them, like with different memory and everything on it.
Okay,
so you have different people selling theirs for so much.
So my question is, because I'm not at all familiar, I'm assuming this is something for PC gamers?
Absolutely.
Okay, and it's
no. It's not something for PC gamers. It is for people. It's for PC gamers who got money.
Okay, but
because it ain't cheap.
Right. But
they have cheaper versions of it though.
But either way, I mean, $699 for the cheapest. I mean, that is kind of expensive. That's like a console.
Here's the thing about it.
It's more than a console.
This is what people do when you have like with your PC. You sit there and you take like a GPU like this, you put it into your computer. The whole life cycle that these new consoles may have, they're not gonna amount or equal up to what they have right now in your PC.
Oh, sure.
So it's kind of like this whole graphics cycle, like the new Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5, is like you're not going to amount or equal up to what this thing is doing right here.
But it's still a lot of money though.
But that's also assuming that's the only thing that you need to buy, which is not true. Here's my deal: if someone has a computer that can run this and run it the way it's supposed to be ran, and a monitor that's supposed to run this the way it can be ran, they don't need this. They already have a super high-end graphics card that's probably going to last them another 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
They don't need this today. An average person like me, I'm not a PC gamer,
Mhm.
But a person like me, if I bought this, I would have to get another motherboard. I would have to get some more RAM. I might even have to get another monitor to process these graphics. Like I wouldn't be able to get the full power. It's not that I wouldn't be able to use it, but what it would give me would not display on my monitor. So I would have to go buy another monitor, maybe another motherboard, probably a better processor, because I got the 6700. So I'm probably gonna at least need the 9K. At least a 9K processor.
I'm not necessarily sure, because I mean, you could say the same thing for the other consoles, like for the capability and power that they're putting out. We can't really enjoy that, because then you have to buy another TV. It's probably 8K or whatever or something. You're gonna have to do the same thing. But I mean, getting some PCs can be pricey, but you can do it for a very affordable price.
But you buy this specifically to get the high end stuff. You don't necessarily. One, we don't even know what the 8K capabilities of next gen is yet. There probably won't be anything. Same thing with 4K. They didn't really put out true 4K stuff until 3 years into the. So it's not anything that you would have to go do right away. So here's my problem with this. I don't have any problem with this. If you're a PC gamer, do your thing. And I'm not even here to argue that consoles, as far as power and processing power, sure, this stuff is better. It's a lot more expensive to put together something that can hold this, especially something that's humongous. This wouldn't fit in my case. I would have to buy a whole new case.
The one you have right now?
Yeah, no, this wouldn't even fit in my case. So I would have to buy a whole new case on top of buying this thing. But my thing is, we are a part of retro gaming pages for Dallas, the Dallas area, when we went to the cons and we met these people, and these PC people were just all up in the comments, just mocking and laughing people who wanted a PS5. And I was like, this is kind of ridiculous. And people actually called them out for it. Like, literally, like, say, bro, like, every time I post something on, hey, the pre-orders are up here, if you want one, go get one, you just come in with all your negativity and all this other stuff, laughing because we don't even know if you got one of these. You just would prefer this and want this, but you don't even have this. But you're just laughing at people who want a PS5. That's the thing that I was not liking about what was happening with this piece of
for like what they're trying to go for right here.
I was just like, just the people who want it and are going to buy it. It's like y'all are whack to me. If that's how y'all act, PC Master Race and all this other mess.
Don't get it twisted. Sony fans can act. Hardcore Sony fans can do the same thing. Any kind of fan base towards anything, they're gonna be like that.
No, but I think this leads more towards like let me see if I can say the word right, elitism.
Well, see, the reason
because that doesn't happen when you're just talking about PlayStation versus Xbox.
It happens with a lot of stuff,
but it doesn't. That elitism does not happen with PlayStation versus Xbox because they're pretty similar. And the fact that the wars are coming and happening with PlayStation and Xbox now kind of silly to me. It's like, what are y'all doing? Because these two systems are pretty much equal. But so it just goes into the preference that you like. But when you're talking about a piece of hardware that makes your graphics better than my PlayStation 5, but it costs 3 times as much. So just because you can afford that, you think you're better. That's what I don't like.
I don't think that's what it is.
How is it not that? When you got a setup that costs $8,000.
No, hold on. I'm saying, and I didn't see what you saw. So, but just from what I hear you saying, it sounds like the same conversations that are had with Android versus iPhone users, like PC gamers versus whatever.
But iPhone versus I don't want to say Android because that's where we get lost in the sauce.
Samsung.
Right. When you talk about flagship Apple phone versus flagship, those are apples to apples. Like the stuff inside and the price are the same. Now you can have an argument here. You cannot have an argument with a PC versus a home console. Like you can't really have that argument. And what people like to do is try to throw it in people's faces on how much the stuff costs and how much they pay for their rig.
I mean, that's what everybody does. Everybody does that, man.
No, but I can't say that my PlayStation 4 Pro is better than your Xbox Project Scorpio because it costs more. It costs the same.
I mean, people still do it though. I mean,
how? Like
they just do it, and I'm just kind of sitting here like, why in the world? I mean, like you already see how silly it can be. Now I already know why some PC people talk so much mess about consoles and people that buy them. Which, I mean, my thing is it right? No, you shouldn't talk.
Well, they think they're better, and
but the thing is,
that's all it comes.
The reason why, the reason why they're doing that, like I said, doing that, no, that's not cool. Now, PC, when you buy a PC, I'm sorry, I've gone from PC and console. The PC, if you have a really decent PC, it runs leagues way better than a console. It's like frames per second, constant. That's why the PlayStation and the Xbox are trying to go up to like computer specs. If you look at what they're doing and stuff,
it basically is a computer.
Well, that's always been the thing.
I mean, it's basically a computer, but they're not on the capability of what a computer can do.
Yeah.
What PC
but that's always
doing.
been the case. I don't want to sit here and try to make it seem like Xbox and Sony right now are trying to catch up with PCs.
Yes, they are.
No, that's always the case.
Yeah, they're trying to. No, see,
when the PlayStation 3 came out, they were trying to put in affordable processors and graphic processors in their system that would be comparable to a high end CPU at the time. Just at that time,
their stuff was leagues way weaker than what PCs were doing at the time. Like I have a friend of mine where he has a PC where
it wasn't league. That's what I'm saying. You can go build a $10,000 rig and it's gonna blow everything out of the water. But for your average PC gamer, when the PS3 came out, no gaming PCs were not blowing it out of the water.
Yes, they
were. Was comparable.
An average one can still outdo it, man. I'm sorry. Like even if you just get like a typical one,
like even we can put it to the test then. When these Xbox Series X and the PS5 comes out, we can go look at an average gaming console and compare specs. It's not going to blow it out.
You're talking about from a PC towards the game, right?
Yeah, we can do it. Just an average, not no Alienware, $3,000 something that costs.
My PC right now by itself is like it's not nothing special or anything. All I did was just add a little bit more RAM, and my PC that I have right now is just outpacing everything that like my Xbox One, my PlayStation Pro, and everything can do. It's loading up just like that,
right? But that's I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about PS5 and I'm talking about Xbox Series X.
No, that's the thing about it. Like my PC may actually be able to still run way better than what they're doing on the new consoles. You're saying
it may be able to. That's
why you said later on we're going to actually do the experiment.
Right, we can do experiment.
So we can do it off of mine if you want to.
Yeah, because that's a stark difference from leagues better than it may be able to outperform. I'm not saying it won't outperform. I'm saying it's not going to be leagues better than a PS5. That's what I'm gonna go out on them and say. So anyway, that's my problem. Not with this product in particular. I don't care anything about the product except it's freaking humongous. But my problem is more of from what I've personally seen, the people who buy it or want to buy it. And I guess my other problem, and this goes across all lines. My problem with people who want to compare but don't have. That's been my thing. I've shut down a bunch of conversations in recent history because people try to tell me PS3 better than 360. Do you have a 360? No. Have you played a 360? No. Okay, then what are we talking about here? Same thing here. These people like to tell me that this 3080 is so great and this and that. I'm not talking about you, but I'm just saying you don't even have one, and you don't. Not you again. I'm not talking to you. But I'm talking to these people on the internet. You don't even have one. It ain't even come out yet. But you're just telling me how much better it'll be and what happens. Like I said, when you got to buy more RAM, when you got to get a better processor, when you gotta buy a new monitor to even figure out that this is really dope. Come talk to me then, and then we can talk about how you pay $1,500 versus, my $500 and. No, it's like, no, at the end of the day, you pay $3,000, $3,500, bro. But okay. So I expect your stuff to outperform mine.
Okay.
What is this? Speaking of money.
Yes.
I need you to read what it says. Oh yeah, you got a new monitor.
Sold for 1.5.
No, 7.5.
Oh yeah, sold for 7.5 billion.
Whoa,
Good lord,
that's
that's a lot of money.
Good lord, that's a lot of money.
They can
Yeah.
afford it.
Yep. Okay, so today Microsoft said it plans to acquire ZeniMax Media,
I heard of them.
owner of Bethesda Softworks, and they're paying 7.5 million in cash. Billion in cash,
Straight cash, homie.
making its biggest video game purchase ever, marking its biggest video game purchase. Okay, so this had a lot of information. I know you hate when I read, but
Plagiarism.
I know.
Educate me.
So,
Huh?
I mean, what's happening over there? Come on.
okay.
She's looking at all the zeros.
Well, no, it's just so basically, Microsoft is launching their new consoles, right? And so the games that lined up for the new Xbox have so far disappointed players. And then of course they had the Halo Infinite.
Because the Halo was supposed to be the big thing that they exclusively acquired some years back. I don't really think that paid off for them. They put Cortana on everybody's computer, and that's cool, but most people don't even realize that is from Halo. The last Halo they put out was trash, and then the new one was supposed to come out with release got delayed.
Yeah,
Because it looked like garbage.
I don't know what it looked like.
Looked like garbage.
I mean, I wasn't excited for it regardless because one, I'm not a Halo fan. Let's put that out there. I never did really like Halo. The last Halo I played was even worse than other Halos.
Wow.
So it's just like, I don't care anything about Infinite.
yeah. So they've been working on this since summertime.
Summertime.
And they expect to close the deal in the second half of fiscal year 2021.
So something could go wrong in between now and then if they're not talking about closing the deal until next year.
You want me to tell you something that people were mentioning? They're mentioning the fact that one thing that's getting people is the fact that because they're getting like Bethesda and that kind of stuff, they have some games that are actually on the PlayStation 4 that are like, they're currently on the PS4 and they're kind of like, wait a minute, Microsoft owns that now. So they're wondering if they're actually going to, honor the deal of, what I forgot, like keeping up with that or something.
I don't know. They did say though that despite this happening, Bethesda has been working more closely with Sony. And they had agreed to debut 2 of its upcoming games, Deathloop and Ghostwire, like exclusively only on PlayStation.
Maybe that's what's delaying the deal from closing.
It could be, but they said either way, like that will still stay in place.
Oh, so it is going to stay in place.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now,
Well, for those 2 games.
Yeah, for those 2 games.
And those are new IPs.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are actually.
So it's not,
but they still own it.
Yeah, I think eventually Xbox will get it. Yeah, it said for a fixed period of time before coming to Xbox. But yeah, that deal was already in place, so that's staying. So it did also mention in here Microsoft is leaning on its game subscription service Game Pass to draw in users and boost revenue, and needs compelling content to attract customers to that product.
Oh yeah, because they like Mike was just saying, they give you the games for free, but they want you to pay $15 a month or whatever it is. Y'all don't pay that. It's a waste of money. You didn't have GameFly, and if you had GameFly, then I'm not talking to you. You didn't have the Blockbuster Game Pass, and if you had the Blockbuster Game Pass, I'm not talking to you. Did you have GameFly?
No.
Did you have the Blockbuster Game Pass?
No.
But you have Xbox Ultimate?
Yes.
You realize it's the same thing as those other 2.
Whoa.
Just asking.
No, I mean, I don't have it. I was going to get it. Try it out.
The Xbox Game, also you don't have it.
Game Pass, no.
The Ultimate Game Pass, you don't have it.
No.
He's going to get it for $1.
I'm going to get it for $1. Though.
Okay. So what I'm saying is you realize that's the same thing as those other 2 things that I mentioned.
Oh my gosh.
There's a reason why you didn't have GameFly. There's a reason why you didn't have the Blockbuster Game Pass. That same reason is why I'm telling people out there, don't get it. You're throwing your money down the drain. You're paying a monthly subscription to rent games that you cannot forever rent.
Yeah.
They go away after a certain amount of time, and then they try to give you a discount to buy it.
But is that going to happen on Xbox Pass now?
It's already happening.
Oh wow.
The Xbox Ultimate Game Pass. It's like it's already happening. Again, the only reason I have it is because it was so cheap, and it comes with Xbox Live, and I got the cards for cheap at GameStop at some kind of sale. That's the only reason I have it, but I do not use it. I just don't.
Okay, so one other point is the CEO said with the acquisition of Bethesda, we metaphorically and literally double our gaming content capacity.
Oh boy.
I guess with
this I don't know. It has to be some kind of good business sense, but this doesn't seem like good business sense for you to spend $7.5 billion just so you can give out games like Fallout 76 and Wolfenstein for free on your Xbox Ultimate Game Pass. That doesn't seem like good business sense. And Elder Scrolls Skyrim, even though it was, one of the better games that Bethesda put out, they put out 15 versions of this game already.
All I know is I need somebody to come in and make something like Fallout 4 again.
Well, they own it now, and hopefully put some of that Microsoft money behind it.
Please.
Well, so here's the deal. Are they going to take a few of your favorite games and screw them up?
Possibly.
Probably.
It's always a possibility.
However, are some of your favorite Bethesda games already screwed up?
Yes.
Yes. So
4 isn't, but 76 is.
So I think this is a win-win for both sides, because I do believe that's what Microsoft is trying to do, trying to build up that library and catalog so they can give out free. So like you said, they can people keep buying subscriptions, right? And Bethesda, y'all been screwing up, right? So this will help y'all out tremendously. I wonder if they had to do this after PlayStation made their announcement that day one PS5, all of the PS4, I forgot what it was called, PlayStation Now collection is going to be available for free on the PS5. I believe it's free.
Nice.
Or some you got to have PlayStation Plus.
I think it's like the PlayStation Ultimate. Yeah, PlayStation Plus, and then
PlayStation Plus. Yeah. So I already have Plus, which is kind of similar to Live. So I think that's a big step for PlayStation. Even though there's a bunch of old games that I don't necessarily want to play on a PS5. But same thing here. I'm not playing Fallout 4 on my Xbox Series X. I don't care who bought it. I already played it. I already picked up all the tin cans. There ain't no more tin cans for me to pick up.
That's true. So that's all I really got. I mean,
Well, it was big news. This dropped today. This morning.
Was very amazing. Did not expect that though.
All I want to say is
I kind of expected just a little bit, because I feel like at the big Microsoft event, I feel like Bethesda was like one of the only studios there.
Huh.
Remember when we watched? Yeah. Hey, was it at E3?
I can't recall.
Yeah. But anyway.
Oh, all I want to say is, whatever happens here, whether they just screw stuff up or not, at least we had Fallout 4. And I mean that, like, for real. It's made my life complete. Like, y'all don't understand how much I love that game.
You have the shirt on.
I have the shirt on.
She likes it a lot.
I love Fallout 4.
It's okay.
They're gonna come out with a Fallout 5, and you're gonna be like, "Whoa!"
Yeah, I mean, I think they're gonna try to do that big announcement one day.
Oh yeah, it's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen, and same thing with Gears. How they try to do the big Gears on next gen announcement and Halo announcements.
I don't know if
that fall, and I would think it would be exclusive to Xbox.
You know what? That is one of the biggest questions. Is people are kind of wondering, like, for Elder Scrolls Skyrim and Oblivion and stuff like that, those were on PlayStation 4. So, people were wondering, are they going to have to just buy an Xbox? Because, I mean, Xbox is kind of like, we're not really doing exclusives. So
I wonder if I were them, I would just put a good timely delay on it. I would sell Sony the rights to be able to put Elder Scrolls 6 and Fallout 5 on the PlayStation, but I would give it enough time to where if people really, really wanted to play it, they go out and buy the Xbox first.
That's what I'm kind of wondering. I think that's why they are making this system or subscription, because I kept wondering about it. I was like, you buy it, you put it on another console, even if people aren't buying your console or playing your games, No, I would just say if they're not buying your console, they're playing your games on a different system. It's like, oh, you like that system? Cool, play it on there. But it's our game. We're still getting revenue.
Well, it's just like the same thing with iPhone and Samsung.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, you like Apple? Okay, but
yeah,
half the stuff in your phone is Samsung. So
I mean, think about it. In all honesty, you have the xCloud deal where you can play games on, your Android phones. They're trying to get it on Apple, but what do? You sit there and you sell the $15 Xbox Gamecast. Now you play it on your cell phone. That's another device. More money.
Yep.
That's what I'm thinking they're doing.
Well, and I think the other thing too is that you've acquired multiple studios. So people like, for example, Bethesda Game Studios didn't put out Fallout 76. What was the name of the company they bought? Zen Media, what'd you call it?
Yeah.
Yep, ZeniMax.
ZeniMax. They are the ones. ZeniMax Online is the one who actually put out Fallout 76. So you've acquired 6, 7, 8 different studios that not only can continue to make Fallout and Skyrim games, but they can help you make other Microsoft Studio exclusive titles. So you might not, honestly, you can go the Destiny route. You can have the people who made Fallout 4 make something else. It's just like Fallout, but it's called something else and it's slightly different.
That's true.
And you can just do that and it will be an Xbox exclusive because now you have all the studios under you. So
we'll see what happens. Hopefully something good.
Hopefully.
Good Lord, that's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Paying cash.
I wish
money.
I had that.
Straight cash on me. Microsoft got it.
Absolutely.
They should have done this a lot. Well, they actually did. This is a tactic that they kind of use in the PS3 360 era. A lot of games used to be exclusive to Sony, and then it was Microsoft was like, well, we got that cash. Square Enix, Final Fantasy on Xbox, Tekken on Xbox. We got that Skrilla.
$1 trillion company.
Hey. Anyway, here we are.
Let's wrap it up.
Let's wrap it up. You ready to wrap it up?
Yes, absolutely.
All right, what's for dinner?
Beef.
Ah!
Whoa, we did at the same time. Whoa.
You were like a millisecond before me, but we had the same thought.
Just want to let everybody know out there, everything we talked about today, links down in the description below. Links.
That's it for this week's update. If you enjoyed the show, please make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you're the first to know when we release new episodes. See you next week.
Don't you be afraid.